Hello, it's Scarlight here, and welcome to day 3 of Air Strikers versus the OU tier. I just cannot wait to get into it. It's been so amazing so far. Hopefully the changes really go well. Again, we're going for a more offensive approach, and before we continue, I just want to say a massive thank you for passing 50 subscribers. I've so appreciated of the support. Thank you so much, and let's get on straight with the battles. Here is our first matchup here. We have a Gorging Fire, a Great Tusk, an Iron Valiant, a King Gambit, a Landorus T, and Galarian Slowking. A massive threat, definitely the Iron Valiant, because how much you can outspeed the team. Definitely can see the Landorus being a bit of a threat, but I think that's around it. Maybe the Great Tusk as well, so I'm just going to lead off with mine. As they will lead off with Galarian Slowking, we can just easily set up our light screen, then Reflect, and then hopefully be able to full switch out. As they will just opt to go for the Ice Beam, as we do set up the Light Beam, which is awesome. In fact, Juggernaut looks very fantastic this matchup. The only thing that is outspeeding Juggernaut will be the Iron Valiant after Rock Polish. So we can definitely go into Juggernaut at some point. They could go for another Ice Beam, or they could opt to switch out, but no, they do not. But unfortunately for us, they do all end up getting the freeze, which definitely does not help. We could have definitely false switch out this turn. We could just go straight into Juggernaut, activate the weakness policy, which I think I'm going to do. And then we can just go for the Rock Polish. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to get any more screens up. As they do just go for the Ice Beam, they will proc the weakness exploit. Then we can now just go for a Rock Polish. Get our +2 speed, as they will just opt to go for another Ice Beam. This just gives us a perfect time just to Earthquake and maybe potentially get rid of this threat. As they will just go into Landorus Fillion, we can just go for the Rock Slide. They could just switch out into King Gambit and then go back into Landorus. As unfortunately we miss our Rock Slide, as they will opt to go for an Air Power. Hopefully we can land our Rock Slide this time. I don't know if I'll be able to KO or not, as no, it is really bulky, but they do set up Stealth Rocks, which is very surprising. We don't have any type of removal, but we do have a bunch of time to set up. So we could definitely just see the Iron Valiant here. And now, actually, Manny Iron Defense Body Press looks fantastic, as they will just go into King Gambit. We'll just opt to go for a 5-punch here in case they will want to tell her, which they do not. They do get the low kick off. Unfortunately, Juggernaut goes down right there. But now we can force the switch out and just go straight into Ellie, and then end up just going for the nice bulk up. Just to really put pressure onto the opponent. And if they go into Iron Valiant, we can Telepoison. So they will opt to stay in and just go straight for the Course Out Breathe, which is very interesting. It does give us another opportunity just to bulk up again. As they will just want to low kick now, we can just go for the close combat here. Don't see why we shouldn't, and we do get the KO, which is fantastic. I think they will end up going to Iron Valiant, and it's a Terra Speed, booster speed, yep. So we will just Telepoison here and just go straight for the Headlong Rush, as they will opt to Substitute. So I'm so glad that we did make that play. But we still might get KO'd to a Moonblast, considering we are minus special defense. So I'm a bit scared that we might have wasted our tail here, as they will just go straight for the Destiny Bond, which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We can opt to just go into Twilight here to see what they will want to go into. They will just choose to go into Great Tusk, and they are posting for speed too, so we will just go for the Protect here to see if they will go for the Ice Spinner. So they do have the Ice Spinner, which is a bit of a problem. I think we're going to let Mai go down, and then we can bring in Manny. Manny will be able to outspeed. We can get our Iron Defense off, and we should be okay. So we just go into Manny now, go for our iron defense. And we do still have Megatron in the back that can really sweep late game too. As they will just opt to go for the Headlong Rush, we can now just opt to just go for Body Press. Should be doing around 40 to 50%, that would be my guess. Yep, around 40%. And then we will just go for the Body Press yet again. And this time, it should barely miss out on the KO. As we will force a switch out, which is fantastic. We will just go into Manny, we can just go for the Earthquake. No reason not to, barely miss out on the KO as they will KO us with an Ice Beam. Now we can just go into Megatron. Up to just go straight for the Earthquake. No need to Scale Shot. I do not want to minus our defenses any lower. And this is definitely going to be a close game because it's going to be Gorging Fire in the end versus Twilight, by the looks of it. We will just go for the Earthquake, barely miss out on the KO. But they do not get the KO on Megatron, which is honestly fantastic. We can just go for the Earthquake yet again. And that is absolutely awesome. We will stay in here in Earthquake. Because they might Teller, and they do Teller Bug. I wish I went for Scale Shot in case they go for the Dragon Dance. Very interesting defensive Teller, honestly, Teller Bug. Don't normally see that too much. As they will opt to go for Dragon Dance again, we can go for the Scale Shot now. So a very scary late game, but it's a very fun match. It all depends how much we are doing with Facade, as we will go first, go for another Scale Shot, which is fantastic. As they will opt to just go for the Breaking Sweep, and it all comes down to if Twilight can take Flare Blitz or not. We will just go straight for the Facade. Do not want to go for the Protect in case they go for another Dragon Dance. And they might predict us to go for the Protect and go for another Dragon Dance, and that will be a nice easy game, as they will just go straight for the Morning Sun, which is very scary. We have to just go for the Swords Dance here. So it does seem to be a very bulky set too. As we do take the hit, we do get off the Swords Dance, but another Flare Blitz will take us out. Very close game, awesome game. That's definitely a GG. I think I should have just went for Scale Shot. I was just a bit too worried about Teller Fairy, that matchup. But let's go into our next game. Here is our next matchup with a massive threat being that Chestnut. Rhyperior, our Juggernaut looks very useful again. Go lead off with Mai like normally, as they will lead Primarina, which does make a lot of sense. We can just get the light screen off and we should be able to take a surf. We barely do, but now we can get the Reflect off. As they will just opt to go straight into Great Tusk. We can just go for Air Power here, get a bit of chip damage on this Mon. As they will just opt to go for the Ice Spinner, which does make perfect sense, but now we can just go into Juggernaut, go for the Rock Polish. And it looks like we will be in a very good position, as they will go for the Headlong Rush and unfortunately get the crit, which definitely did matter a lot. But Ellie does also look very good here if the Goldango is not Air Balloon. So we will just go into Ellie now. Just go for the nice bulk up. We still are under Light Screen and Reflect. So no matter what they do, it should not be doing much at all. Awesome. And now we can just go for another bulk up. And just opt to just go straight for the Ice Spinner here. No reason not to. Should KO the Gliscor, as they will Teller Water and probably go for the Toxic. So right here I am predicting the Protect, but we have forced the Teller. Again, just so unfortunate about the critical hit right there, as they will just go for the Stealth Fox. Did not see that coming. And now they will just go for the Protect. I'm actually just going close combat here, predicting the Chestnut to come out, because I don't think they want the Gliscor so low. So we do predict the Chestnut. We do get the KO, which is fantastic. as the poison is slowly wearing us down, but we should be able to at least get one more KO. And as they will just go straight for the Protect. So it's Protect, Stealth Fox, Toxic, and probably Knockoff. So we can just go into Mana here, just go for the Iron Defense. And we do have Knockoff plus Earthquake for the Goldango. As they will show the last move being Earthquake, which does make a lot of sense. And they will now just go into Goldango. We can just go straight for the Earthquake here. We do not see the balloon. We should be faster, even if they are Gliscor. We barely miss out on the KO as they will opt to go for Shadow Ball. They do get the KO on us, which is so unfortunate. But knowing what that Gliscor is, we should have went into Twilight. So we will just go for the Protect here just to get our Toxic Orb off. As they will just go for Shadow Ball, we can just get the KO with an Earthquake. But unfortunately, this is not such a great start as they do end up getting the Special Defense drop as well, which is very, very unfortunate. They can just go to Primarina here, which they will do. We can go for the Protect, as they will opt to show Ice Beam. So I am just going to go for the Earthquake here, get some damage off, and then rely on Guard Jump. As they predicted us to switch out, we do get more and more turns with Twilight now because of that, which is honestly fantastic, as they will go for the Ice Spinner. We can Terror here, which I think we will do, and just get off a nice Sword Stance. Go for the Protect again, get nearly back to full health. And then it will force probably the Primarina to come back in, as they will just go for the Headlong Rush. We will just go for another Sword Stance, which Headlong Rush does a lot of damage but does not KO us, which is fantastic. And we are on 600 attack now, which is fantastic to be honest. Get some more left Poison Heal recovery, then just go straight for the Earthquake. As they reveal to be faster, we do take the hit and get the KO, which is honestly fantastic for us. Definitely can see the Primarina coming back in here. Could potentially see the Gliscor. No, we do see the Primarina, but getting some massive damage off on this mon. And we actually get the KO, which is fantastic. As they will just go into Gorging Fire, reveal attack. I will just stay in here, go for the Earthquake, as they go for the own Earthquake, do not get the KO, and that is fantastic, and we end up winning, which, oh, that's so cool. Nice offensive Gliscor saved us in the end. Nice going Twilight, and let's go into the next game. And here is our next game up right here. We have a Dragonite, Raikou, Keldeo, Great Tusk, Iron Moth, and Hydro. Hydro's going to be a massive threat to the team. Definitely need to rely on probably Manny and Megatron to try to take that down, and also Ellie. So go lead off with Maya as per normal. They will lead with Hydro, so we can get our light screen off. See what type of set Hydro is. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Yeah, go on 1 sec. Thanks. You too. Oh, thanks you too. As they will Terror Water, which is very surprising. I don't know why they Terror Watered. Considering the fact that Grass is very defensive towards us, they will just go into Great Tusk now. We will just go for the Air Power again. Hope they get the KO on us. And then we can try to do the Juggernaut play again. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Hopefully it works out. They do not have any Intimidate users either. And if there's no Choice Scarfmons on the team, Juggernaut should be able to outspeed the entire team. I don't know if they just want to go full Stealth Fox, or they just want to get the KO with mine, but get some nice damage off, as they will switch out into Raikou, which honestly is very surprising. They will reveal Skull, they do not get the KO on us, and we can get the knockout, which is fantastic. I just don't know who to really go into from this position. definitely can see Megatron working out. Just with these scale shots. And it might entice the Hydra Apple to come in, which is going to be a massive threat. They are more special attackers than they are physical, as they will just go into Dragonite. We will just go for a scale shot here. No reason not to. We potentially could get a KO, and we do, which is fantastic. A nice defensive mon out the way right there. They are most likely just going to go into... Oh no, I thought they would go straight into Hydra Apple. So we can just opt to go for the Earthquake this time. Barely miss out on KO, as they will just opt to go for Surf. Reveal Life Orb. They are not Choice Scarf, which is always nice to know. We will just actually go a bit greedy here. Go for the Swords Dance, as they will just opt to go for Sacred Sword. We can just go for the Scale Shot again. Get the nice over speed boost, so even if the Iron Moth is a photosynthesis, we can still outspeed. They will just go into Great Tusk here. We will just go for Earthquake to get a lot of damage off, as they will just go straight for the close combat, which is honestly fantastic for us, as we can just go into Twilight here. They revealed close combat so far. We have not seen Ice Spinner. We should be able to take one Ice Spinner. So I'm just going to take this dino up to Swords Dance. And if we get rid, as they will reveal a heavy Super Slam, which I'm guessing they predicted the Terror. As they will go into Hydra Apple now, we will just go for Protect to scout what they will do. They do have the Hydro Pump, so we could Terror Water here, but then we still become weak. Then we still become weak to the Energy Balls. So I think the best bet is just to stay in here, go for the Earthquake on a +2. Barely does no damage. We do take the Hydro Pumps. We will get the Protects off, just to store out the PP, as they will just go straight for the Energy Ball from that point. From this point, we can just go for the Earthquake yet again, get the Hydra Apple really low. And now we can just go into Ellie and just go straight for the Headlong Rush. No reason not to, as we will get the KO on the Hydra Apple, which is fantastic. Their last mon is Photosynthesis Speed, so we will just have to let Ellie go down there. We could bring in Manny, go for the Telefighting, which we will do, and Earthquake should get the KO. We should be able to take a Fiery Dance, which we do, which is fantastic. We win our second game. This team's so much more fun to play. GG, very close. And let's go into our fourth game. We are with our next game, and it looks to be a Sticky Webs team, which is very scary. But we do have Twilight to get the most outspeed potential. We also do have the screens up for ourselves, so it's definitely going to be a tough game. We could even go into Twilight or even Manny here. I think we will end up going into Manny. No, I think the best play is still Mai, as they will not lead off with the Wabombi, which is very interesting. They actually lead off with Samazenta, so we will just go for the Reflect this turn, as they will just want to Iron Defense straight away. So I don't know if they think they can pace us with Body Press, as we will just go for a full switch. We can just go into Ellie, start bulking up. We could even Telepoison here, which I think is the best play to do, so we just do not get swept by the Samazenta. So we will just go for the bulk up here. We are still under screens as well, so yeah, will be doing nothing to us. And if we can get at least +2 on Ellie, Ellie looks very destructive to the team. They could have potentially went for War here, but no, they do only have Body Press, so we can bulk up to the fullest and then start to Headlong Rush, as they will just keep going for the Body Presses. We still have Light Screen Reflect options up as well with Mai. even if it's only one of them. Definitely more go lead to more light screen than reflect. And yeah, we are going very, very close here. So they've got 10 body presses left, which is always very handy to know. And now that we've bulked up to the max, we can just start headlong rushing, wearing this one down. Because we are +4, so we go for the headlong rush, we do quite a bit of damage, which is awesome to see, as they will just keep going for the body press. And then we can always just bring in Megatron at any point to finish off if Ellie does go down. But it looks like we will be able to KO the Summer Center, which is fantastic. They will have to use Rabombi to get to KO Ellie. Even if we did use our Teller, we are still in a very, very good position. We can still get our light screens and reflects up if needs be. And we can stop the Rabombi for going for the sticky webs, which is very, very crucial. So I don't know what the opponent's going to do here. They will just go straight into the Rabombi, which is very interesting. I don't know why they did that, because we can just go for the Ice Spinner and get the KO. So no sticky webs for our side, which is fantastic. Definitely leading for more light screens now. We will actually just go for headlong rush, predicting Terror Ghost. And we should be able to KO anyway because we're at +4. But in case they want Terror Ghost, but they reveal that they definitely are Chili Scarf, and they lock themselves into Ice Beam. So we can just go into Manny here, opt to just go for the Iron Defense, and we still have our body presses for their Summer Center. So very, very scary indeed, very, very scary. But at least we know that the Polygon Z is Chili Scarf, as they will just opt to go into Gamora, which is very interesting. We will just go for the Airquake. No reason not to. And then we could try to set up the light screen again, go for Swords and Scale Shots on our Megatron, as they will Terror. And they Terror failure, which is very, very interesting. They will go for the Air Power. They barely miss out on the KO. So we will get the KO on the Gamora, which is honestly fantastic for us. And what's even more fantastic, we have forced their Terror out too. Toxic Spikes I am not too worried about, considering that we are 1-1 ahead and that we can definitely sweep, especially with our Rhyperior by the looks of it. So now they will just go in to Goldango, which is perfect because we can just go for a super effective knockoff, get some damage off before they end up KOs with a Shadow Ball. But now this does just bring back in we can just go for the light screen. Not so worried about the Roaring Moon, as they will take this time to recover, so we can get both of our screens back up, which is honestly fantastic, as they will just end up going for the Shadow Ball. We will just go into Megatron now, go for the Sword Dance, then go for the Airquake. So we end up going for the Sword Dance, as they will just go for the Dazzling Gleam. We will just go for the Airquake now, get the KO, which is awesome. The Toxic is going to wheel us down a bit. Very, very, very close game. But it does look like Juggernaut could definitely creep up from behind, as Polygon 2 will come out. We have to try to go for the Scale Shot here, even though I don't believe we're going to take this Ice Beam. So we have to go into Juggernaut here, go for a Rock Polish. We have to go for 2 Rock Polishes, as they will just bring back in the Summer Center. So we will outspeed the Summer Center now, and we can just go for the Airquake, get the KO, which is fantastic for us. Awesome to see. And yeah, they might go into the Roaring Moon next. We've already used the Terror. They could also try to go back into Polygon, and if they do that, they will peak our weakness exploit, as they will just go straight in to the Roaring Moon. We'll have to go for Rock Polish again, just so we can outspeed the Polygon. And we are at +3. It all depends if we can live a toxic, and if we do, we have won this game too. This is so awesome. And we do take the toxic, so we're at +3 speed. We definitely should be outspeeding the polygon now. We can just go for another earthquake, and that is GG. Very, very close. Juggernaut cooked up in the end right there. Awesome, awesome, awesome to see. This is such a fun team, and let's go into our next game. Here is our next game up. A very, very scary team. We are against a Wayne team, which is always super scary to against. We will lead off with Maya as per normal, as they will lead off with the Pelipper. Cannot see them wanting to stay in here. They do not want to risk a Thunderbolt on this Mon, but we do force the Terror, which is amazing. So Pelipper is now Terror Ground. That is honestly awesome to see that we managed to force the Terror out. We have to let Mai go down here. Unfortunately, we could only get the light screen up, but now we can just go into Twilight. Go straight for the Sword Dance. This Mon is definitely going to be very scary under light screens for our opponent, as we will take the liquidation. Unfortunately, we do get the defense drop. And now we will just go straight for Earthquake to get rid of this Mon, hopefully. If not, we could see the Hisuian Disintegrate switch, as they will just opt to Swift Turn, so it reveals it's definitely not Choice Band. So very, very scary matchup, but we still have Iron Threads as well, with a couple, as they do just go straight into the Kingler here. We will just go for the Protect to get a bit more recovery, and we will definitely take it on the light screen, and we do, which is fantastic. We get rid of Kingler. We're on the many, many sweepers off the team. Don't know who to go into now. We can definitely probably see the Raging Bolt. No, it is the Hisuian Disintegrate. We will just stay in here, just get some nice damage off. Go for the Facade. Barely miss out on the KO, and they will KO us with a Leaf Blade. So they've got one more turn left of Rain. We could go into Juggernaut here. And opt to go, I don't think Juggernaut's the correct play. I think Megatron is. Then we can just go straight for the Sword Dance. And if we can get +2, maybe +3 speed to try to outspeed the Battle Scooter. But Battle Scooters are normally adamant nature, so we might be able to outspeed after 2 scale shots. But they do need to reset the way back up too, as they will stay in here. They will just go for the Leaf Blade. We will take it, which is awesome. This guarantees us to at least get 2 scale shots off. We will get our speed booster, which is fantastic, as they will just go back into Pelipper. We will just go straight for the scale shot yet again, and we will bring down the Pelipper if we hit 5 times. Unfortunately, we only hit 4 times, as they will opt to go for the U-turn. The Ruffy skin will take care of the Pelipper, which is fantastic. And they will get the KO with the liquidation. So I don't know really who to go into here. We could try go into Juggernaut, but I don't think Juggernaut's taking a rain boosted liquidation. So this could just be game here, but we will just try go to Manny. Opt to just go for the Iron Defense, as we do not take it. Unfortunately, this could be GG. And we can just go into Ellie here, as they will just go for liquidation. We can just go for Earthquake here. It's going to really be unfortunate if Juggernaut does take this hit, because we could have saved Ellie and Manny for later on, as they will just opt to go for the flip turn. That's GG. Very, very, very close. But yeah, Rain is definitely one of our main new weaknesses of the team. Honestly, I should have went for Reflect on mine instead, and we should have got 2 Sword Dance up with Twilight. So my mistake right there, but let's go into our final game. It was our final game right here, and it looks to be a Sticky Web team again. Very interesting team too. So I really don't know what to expect. It's definitely going to be scary. We're just going to lead off with mine. As they will lead off with the Wabombi, we will just set up Light Screen then Reflect. As they will set up the Sticky Webs, unfortunately we do not have any Hazard Remover. Which is very, very unfortunate. As they will opt to go for Tailwind, so a very aggressive team here. As they will switch into Mammothine. We can just go for the Air Power here, get a couple of damage in. We should be able to take 2 hits, as they will feel Icicle Spear, and unfortunately they do get the quit right there, which is very unfortunate. So we could just end up going into Manny here and opt to go for the Iron Defense play, which I think is the correct play to do, as we do get a boost in our defense already because our speed got lowered before we switched in. As they will opt to just go straight for the Earthquake, does a lot of damage to us. But we can now just start going for body presses. As they will just go into Ludicolo, we will just go for another body press yet again. As they will opt to go for safe, we do take it thanks for the Light Screen. We take out the Ludicolo, which is fantastic. We could see the Colomoral, as the Wabombi will come back in, which does make perfect sense. And Wabombi is definitely going to take out Manny, unfortunately. But it does seem to be a very, very slow team. Especially with Twilight in the back. We have not Tellid. If we can just get a couple of Sword Dance off. As they will just opt to go for Tailwind yet again. Which is very, very surprising. We will just go for Body Press. They might not have any offensive moves, as they do just opt to go for the Moonblast. We will just go into Twilight now, go for Sword Dance. And if they go into Mammothine, we can always tell her. As they lower our special attack, but that really does not matter for us. We will just go for the Protect here, get a bit more recovery, as they will just opt to go for Tailwind yet again. And honestly, I'm just going to go for +4 on Twilight, as they will just opt to go into Mammothine. I really want to stall out the Tailwind, so we will just go for Protect this turn. And then we can Tele Water. As they do opt to just go for the Icicle Sphere, we will just go straight for an Earthquake. We will take the Icicle Spears, which is fantastic, and this is definitely going to get a KO on the Mammothine right here, which is awesome. They will just go back into a Wabombi. We will just go for the Facade, as they will just want to set up Tailwind. We can always just go for Protect as well, as the Magma Zone's most likely going to come in. Which is quite scary. As no, it is the Colomoral. So we will just go for Earthquake again, as they Telesteel, predicting the Facade, I'm guessing. But no, we did just go straight for Earthquake, and that will get the KO, which is fantastic. There's only 2 turns left to Tailwind. And we can honestly, yeah, we win, which is awesome to see. We win our final game. I believe that was 5-1, if I believe. Which is honestly, oh no, 4-2. We did lose to the Rain team as well. 4-2, awesome day. Awesome to be back. Again, really appreciate the support, and I'll see you on the MVP screen. Welcome back to the MVP screen, and today's MVP is Twilight, and yeah, we can honestly see why the bulk with the offense on this mon is absolutely insane. Awesome to see you perform so well today, and honestly, I think I made a massive misplay on the Marine matchup. With Twilight, I should have set up more against the Kinga, considering that was going to be -5 special attack with still under Light Screen. Instead of just going straight for the KO, I should have went for another Solar Stance, and even just going for that other Solar Stance would have got the KO on the Hisuian Disintegrate, but it would have been a prediction game with the Thundercrap on the Raging Bolt. But apart from that, yeah, Twilight has performed so well, so has all the teams today. It was really awesome to see the team really cement together. And yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable with this team than I did with the previous iteration of it. And yeah, that's going to be the whole video. And again, I just really want to say thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it. And again, if you like Pokemon content in general, please consider subscribing as well. I don't know what the next goal of subs will be. Have to figure that out. But again, just really want to show my appreciation. Been awesome to see the support throughout the past couple of days. Been so awesome to see. And yeah, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.